Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We're here today with Tina from Inspire Health and Wellness, and we just are going to go through a couple questions in regards to her program and what she's offering everyone, and just get a little better feel for what she's doing, how she's changing lives, and see what we can learn from her today. So if you want to just introduce yourself, and we'll get started.
Well, my name is Tina McLean, and I'm the owner of Inspire Health and Wellness. I have been married to my husband for just about 20 years, so we have two boys, one who's 24 and one who's 23 and 12. And I'm going to be a grandma.
How exciting.
Yeah,
That brings a whole different spin on things, doesn't it?
It will be a whole different spin on things, but we're
Yeah.
excited about it.
I'm
So
excited
we
for
live
you.
on a 6-acre hobby farm, soon to add a couple more acres on. And we like to do all of the things. So
Yes, you have a beautiful place here. We just took a little stroll around the grounds here, and she's got a gorgeous garden. I'm going to post some pictures of that too, so you can see her little oasis here, and a nice little retreat space for you to relax and enjoy.
yes.
And then
that's what
clients can also come here. You have your office here. That's where we're at right now.
Yep.
I'm just going to do a quick little scan and kind of see all the things in here. There's the awesome scanner, the Fit 3D. I learned a lot about that today. So it does a lot of things that people, I don't think, maybe necessarily know that
Yeah.
it does.
It is discredited for sure,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because once people can actually see what all that scanner does and the app that you can download on your phone to access anytime you want to, it's amazing what people find out about
Yeah.
themselves once
Tells a
they
lot
do
of
it.
information. I mean, some of the things I was looking at was like balance and posture,
Yeah.
your body mass, all of your measurements.
Yeah,
And
basal metabolic rate, and it does do the 3D scan. So there's 3 scanners on that machine, so 3 cameras. So when you're spinning around in a circle in there, it literally will scan your entire body and give you a 3D image of yourself. And so you can see how you are, where you lose at, where you gain at, where whatever at.
It
So-
literally takes a full picture of all the wonderful lumps of love, I'm going to call them.
all our squishy spots.
All our squishy spots. Yeah, so that was really cool to see that. And then you can compare the scans as you kind of go through the journey too. So
Yeah.
it really gives you that visual effect that a lot of people, I think, look for when they're going through all of this and trying to see the results. They want to have that immediate gratification.
Yes.
Not that we always get that, but we
It's
look
nice.
for it, don't
yes,
we?
It's nice. We like
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah. So we've been talking about your different programs and all of the pieces that go into the health and wellness, not just the food and those aspects, but the emotional piece of it and lifestyle as well. And you're a lifestyle coach, a life coach, and emotional eating expert, I would call it.
Oh, thank you. I have done 3 advanced emotional eating classes now. In fact, I carry around big, huge books that say advanced emotional eating 4 and 5 and all of that. So I really, I'm an emotional eater. I have personality addiction or whatever disorder, and I know that emotional eating can come from happiness and sadness and trauma and untrauma and all of the things.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's about trying to figure out where your trigger is that sets you off into eating a whole packet of vanilla Oreos because they're your favorite.
It's like once you start, it's like the Pringles, right?
Yes, you can't stop.
Yes, I tend to be more of a stress eater, so, and then that follows along with the emotional piece as far as sad or happy even. I
Right.
really don't have many excuses,
Yeah,
any
well, and then
excuses
it
open.
turns into a guilt and it's a negative impact, and at some point you have to learn how to break that cycle. And if you don't learn how to break that cycle, even though how hard it can be, it will only get worse as you get older, which then unfortunately has even more trauma effect on yourself and missing out on life.
It's kind of like you can't teach an old dog new tricks or something along
That,
that line. That's kind of
yes.
what came to mind. Is
That.
the older we get, the more set in our ways we are.
Right.
And then we need supportive people like you to be in our world so that we can help break those patterns and just become aware.
Yes.
Of really
Sometimes
that we're
it's
doing it.
not always about following a plan. You know, everybody knows that I have a plan. Everybody knows that I am licensed to purchase my products because I have that college degree in life coaching and am a diet and wellness coach, and I've coached for so long. I have my own business space to it. That's how I'm able to purchase my product for a plan.
Right. And
Does
you're-
it mean that the plan is continually? Usually it always leads more into emotional eating. My clients will tell you that I hand out emotional eating things to them every week. I have them write journals. I have them do all sorts of stuff.
Right. Well, all the different pieces that we look at in life in regards to relationships and where you're at, even physically in a space. If you live in a specific area, it might be affecting you.
Yeah, it does.
Jobs and relationships with people and health.
Hereditary, even your blood type. Actually, your blood type says a lot about how you eat also. So
Oh my goodness.
there's a whole thing on that. So it's not just hereditary and like whether you're Swedish or Irish or Norwegian or whatever it may be. Those are just a few because that's around here. It also has to do with blood type and how you were raised. I mean,
Yeah, the
there's
habits
a-
that you learned from your parents and your family. I'll have to talk to you more about blood type. That's interesting.
yeah.
And let's just talk about the food products, just as we were discussing here. You are able to purchase these food products because of your classification and your training,
Correct.
and it is not a multi-level marketing type
No.
product. They are specific to what you're doing here and what you have learned
Correct.
along the way. Do you want to share with us a little bit about the products?
Yeah,
So
excuse
that
me.
people can understand why they are helpful and
So a little bit about, when I sit down and visit with people in the very beginning, I first have them always do the scan. So I introduce myself, we visit a little bit, and I have them do the scan. It takes time to upload, I can print it off, and then I can go through that with people. And then while I'm talking with everybody and giving out, a little bit of information, I always talk about what exactly the difference is between eating my products and eating lean meats and getting your protein in. The products are all low in fat, low in sugar, aspartame free. They're about 15 grams of protein per packet. Yes, this is a protein-based plan, but this is not high protein. High protein is anything over 200 grams. You're eating, 10 filet mignons a day, and you're lifting weights for 3 hours a day. That's high protein. This is between 70 to 80, which fits perfectly in any plan. So that way you're getting the right amount of protein in, because we obviously don't want to lose our muscle mass. That's our fat burner. If we don't get enough protein in, then we're not going to burn any fat. We're not going to get anywhere.
okay.
So the products, I think they're pretty good.
They taste good. And
Yeah, they taste good. People come back and still use them in maintenance and to fit into their life and that balance that I teach people. They're also great for everybody. So if your 5-year-old decides that they want to grab one of the strawberry shortcake bars, that's okay. I have a cute little dog named Jasmine who I always make sure, because I'm now working from home, my office door stays closed because she loves to come and snack on my bars.
she likes the strawberry shortcake ones too.
Yes. So I always try to, make sure that people know that it's safe. If your children want to have one, that's okay. If your teenager wants to start incorporating one after practice, those things work out perfect for them also. So
And you get people started with these products just to help with ease and time and focus on
Yes.
everything. But then when they do enter that maintenance phase, there's an opportunity to move more into
yes.
the food.
In fact,
sources that
what I
you
always
find.
tell people is, in maintenance, people don't spend any money with me. They don't buy any products or anything like that with me in maintenance. But that's when my job really gets more intense. I want to make sure that people, if they lose 5 pounds or 25 pounds, that they learn how to keep that off. That is very important to me. So that's when I get into more medical stuff with people, and I go through a huge packet of information. I sit down with you for an extra hour when you get to your goal, and we talk about how you can keep that weight off. That is what's important. Maybe that means you get to still come and see me once a month for the next how long, and you get to visit and do the scan and have that accountability of, Tina's gonna yell at me because I ate this, or something, that whatever you put in your mind, it's
Right.
about that accountability of your eating behavior also that helps sustain you.
Well, and the nice thing is when they do sign up with a package with you or they're on a program, they have full access to you 24/7. You are immediate in your responses and you're always available for them, which some other places you don't necessarily get that
Yes.
one-on-one.
Yes.
That strong one-on-one
My
connection.
my phone is typically, you get my personal cell phone number and I'm always responding. I feel bad because I think the only times I've never responded in the last 5 years was when I have lost 3 very close loved ones, my dad, my grandma, and then my grandpa. And everybody, if I don't respond, then they get worried and then
They're
they
like,
message
"What?
me, are you okay? Do you need something? Are you all right? Is everything okay? You didn't respond today." So that's when, I really want people to know that losing weight and getting to a healthy balance in a healthy way for you is very important, and you need support in that. And if you don't get that support, you're not going to be successful. There's a million diets out there and they all work. They're all amazing. But if you don't learn how to incorporate that accountability and that emotional eating part into everything, then you're not going to understand how to keep that weight off.
Yeah, that's what I love too, is that you really dive deep into the emotional piece and the patterns that we all have and take on, and addressing those instead of just with a quick fix with, here's your food, see you, check in next week, and you really do care. You really do.
Yeah,
So,
that's not going to happen. I kind of can be a pest, and I always tell people, if at some point you don't like me checking in with you, even though I haven't seen you in 2 months, then just tell me. No offense taken.
Right.
I'll just won't waste my time or won't check on you, because it's just part of, sometimes I'll be doing something and I will think, oh, this is what this person always did, and this would so help them. I should send them a message and tell them that I appreciate them and I hope they're doing okay, and let me know if they need anything. And so I send out those messages like that all the time, and sometimes it catches people on just the right time where they are in a tough spot in life and they do need a little bit of extra love.
Yeah, we all could use a little bit more of that, can't we?
Yeah, we do.
So once they sign up for a discovery call, basically, or a discovery session, they come in and sit with you and discuss kind of their experiences, correct? Can you give me a little more information on what that process looks like?
Yep.
when they're
So
here?
the process, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes it just depends on how chatty we get. After they do the scan and I kind of go over a little bit of the diet and wellness plan, I kind of cover a little bit of everything that Inspire has. So I want to be able to make sure that you're able to make an informed decision of what's going to fit in your life. If doing a plan of packets, protein-based packets, incorporating in your vegetables and meats and salads and things, that doesn't work in your life, then I don't want you to spend your money and buy it. I want you to do what works for you. If doing my grab and bake at home meals is what works for you, then I touch on those, and I touch on how they help the family, how you can get your 1.5 pounds of meat, your over 1 pound of vegetables, seasoned spice, ready to bake, kind of like some of those ones that you get in the mail. Mine are a little bit healthier, and I support as much local people as possible. But
Yes. I can attest to those. I love the ease and the convenience and the good quality that comes from that too. So that makes life a lot easier.
So I kind of touch a little bit on the diet and wellness plan, the grab and bake at home meals. I touch on the life coaching, because if you don't know what a life coach is, and people a lot of times don't understand that, a life coach, somebody like myself, is a nutritionist and a therapist wrapped up into one. So I cover how I could help you with that. I talk a little about emotional stuff. I have a health history form I have people fill out. I give out recipes, and we talk a little bit about life and how busy you are and what would work best for you. And then that's it. That's it. I don't require people to purchase stuff. We visit, we talk, you do the scan, and you can walk on out the door and never see me again. But I give you enough information to send you home with thinking about what you can do and what you maybe need to think about and determine of what place you want to go to.
Steps to take next.
Yeah.
If they were to join you in that moment and move forward, or in a later time too, if they go home and think about it, do you have some examples or what someone could typically see, say, in the first 3 weeks or 3 months or 6 months? What's your average response that people get from
As
the process?
far as weight loss, I typically see 5 to 10 pounds the first week. Now, obviously, that's a little bit of water weight, depending on how much you have to lose. A 150-pound woman is going to lose a lot less than a 300-pound woman, or men, either one. So it varies on each side. It also varies on what part of job you have. If you are somebody that's stuck behind a desk all day, you're not going to be losing as fast as some of my construction workers that are out working in construction all day long and putting in 20,000 steps. So I kind of base your calorie intake and your food on all of that. But typically people lose 5 to 10 the first week. After that, it's 2 to 5 a week. Again, it does depend on how much you have to lose and your job types, medication, things that I all cover with people too.
I suppose the life piece of that gets in the way, then you just navigate and pivot if necessary.
Yes,
so.
we do. I do a lot of pivoting.
Yeah. Well,
You have
that's
to.
important. Yeah. You could do it gracefully or not so gracefully, but
Yes.
it requires the ability to be able to move.
Yes.
Great. Trying to think if I have any other questions in regards to kind of what we've discussed here. Maybe go into a little bit more about what the future is with Inspire and where you're moving into new endeavors that are pretty exciting.
I'm super excited, and some of them I might not even share because they're on my dream board, and I might even get a little teary because people that know me know that this past year and a half has been a struggle with everything for people in all aspects. I always love my nurse and doctor friends because they challenge me just like I challenge them, and it's enlightening and beautiful to see all sides of how this last year and a half and COVID has affected everybody. But what I have lined up for Inspire on my dream board is going to be something of a retreat center. And it's going to be a building that is going to be just like my office was. Not judgmental. It's not my job to judge people. That is not what I do. But this is going to be a peaceful spot for people to be able to come and do my meal prep classes again. And I will be able to teach my canning classes. I will be able to do in depth of people have asked me to teach my LEFSA classes. Those type of things will be coming involved. It will be a place where people could stay overnight and do crafting for a day, and I would help with food, or they can visit the local establishments that we have in town here. This will be a place where people will be able to have peace and grace. Yeah. This is going to be a spot where they are safe and quiet. They will be welcome to walk through my gardens. In fact, please, by all means, go listen to Randy the Rooster out there, cock-a-doodle-doo. It will be a spot that people can just sit in the grass and soak up some sun, because sometimes that's what you need in life. This will be a spot that will hopefully keep inspiring people for a long time.
I think that's definitely in the cards. Yeah. We did a nice walk through where that building is going to be located. And it is just very peaceful out there. She's got a beautiful garden space, greenery, big trees, more trees coming. And so lots of exciting things. The challenge of the last year, we can say that we've been blessed with the fact that we're going to be able to come and visit this space and still have access to all the things that you provide, and then more.
Yes, definitely more. There will be a lot more to come. Yeah. It's kind of, it's a bittersweet. I'm I'm thankful for where Inspire is right now. I'm thankful for where it's come and what it's gone through. I'm thankful that I will be out of it soon. And I'm glad that in this whole restructuring process, it's not just helped me, but it still helped people refocus on themselves in a very stressful, chaotic time.
Exactly, and just needing that support system. I'm
Yeah.
sure you have blessed many people. And that focus of trying to, get healthy or be healthy. Inspire has everything that someone would need to be able to be successful with that. So I thank you so much for everything that you're doing and for your time today too. I think that's been helpful and beneficial for everyone that'll get to hear all the information that you've shared. You do have a website as well if you want to leave the website information, how they can find out more about
Yep.
you and where they can find you.
InspireHealthCoach.us. And then we're also have the Facebook page, I have Instagram, and then we'll be starting a YouTube channel, which I will be working on uploading some emotional eating issues, more of a broader spectrum to kind of help people, and then some that will touch on my own personal journey of what I've gone through the past 10 years and
Yes.
my
Actually,
over
we were
100 pounds down.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. So you have lost over 100 pounds. It was approximately 10 years ago you started your journey.
Yep, it's been
And you've
10
been
years.
helping people ever since. And I think with the number of people that have graced your doorstep, so I should say, you've had over 1,500 clients that have walked through that
with just
journey
the
with you.
emotional eating and diet and wellness coaching. That's not including my meal prep classes. And
Yeah, just a whole other
yeah,
section of
yeah,
that. And just
that I couldn't even entail to that we're reaching into
right.
a lot.
And that's absolutely a first step for a lot of people too. I know just coming on board with everything, it was just so nice to be able to buy pre-made and prepped healthy foods for the fast entrepreneurial people out there, or the busy people that are trying to just maintain a sanity and a normal life with family.
Or, sometimes it's the mom and dads that are the stay-at-home, or they're busy running around working and they just can't keep up with the schedules, but yet they don't want their children to be eating fast food.
Right.
Because
or themselves, they can't be healthy for themselves.
yeah,
can't
they
be
come to me and
good
they're
for their
sick.
family. Yeah, I can attest to that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But it does make such a difference with ease and prep time and all of that goes into play with being able to purchase those products from you too.
Yeah.
And they can find that they can actually shop right online.
Yep. If you go right to InspireHealthCoach.us, there's a shop button and it's under shop healthy meals. So you can add stuff in there. And, I always tell people, don't be afraid to reach out and let me know what your favorite meal is. And if I haven't put it on the menu for a while, then I'll stick it on there.
Right.
I just have to have time because I order so many natural and no preservatives and additives to my foods. I order everything fresh. Sometimes it does take me a few weeks to get everything in.
Okay.
So,
Good to know though.
yeah.
And kind of tailor it to what they like and what
I
works
can.
good for them. So
As long as people don't get too crazy.
right. You're only one person.
Right. Right now,
Awesome.
eventually, I will have my girls back.
Yes. And that's all gonna be coming. All the support and everything that
Yeah.
we see happening in the future, in the near future, will be a blessing for sure.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a wrap.
Okay.
You got anything else you want to add?
Not that I can think of, except for just inspire someone today.